And welcome into the Aquatic Center on the campus of Dixie State University for the 2021 Speedo Swimvitational of the Universe, brought to you by Utah Swimming. Dusty Litzter and president of Utah Swimming, Paul Larson, with you. And we had the women's session this morning. Now I'm getting ready for the men's, and we're still. It should be a fast afternoon.
Yes, we are excited for this afternoon. In particular, looking forward to the 200 breast and 200 individual medley. Not to discount the 100 freestyle and 200 butterfly, but we have some of the top swims expected to come out of that breaststroke and individual medley. And for this meet is part of the 18 and under virtual championships. So the times go into across the nation. And we know that we're going to have some of those times that are going to be in the top 100 and maybe as close as the top 10.
The 100-yard freestyle, heat 1.
So it will be an exciting meet, and we do expect to see some top 100 times. Last night at the time trial, the time in the 1500 was the fastest time in the nation in the 1500 by an 18 and under here during this virtual championship during the month of March, starting from March 3rd and for times posted through yesterday.
So first of 11 heats of the 100-yard freestyle.
In lane 3, Tanner Dodd, Super Super Club. Lane 4, Zachary Wells, Low Tack. Lane 5, Chase Thompson, Swim Utah. And in lane 6, Spencer Stowers, Lehigh Aquatics.
Fastest time in this heat of 59 or 52.90. That's in lane 4, Zachary Wells.
These swimmers all swimming bonus event. The qualifying time for the 100 freestyle is 50.99. So our competitors today are all 50 point or faster. But we do allow a bonus event if you're qualified in something else, and they're taking advantage of that here.
And coming in is Thompson at a 50.87. Wells at a 51.38.
So
nice
new best
there.
times across the board.
What are you projecting to make it to this evening?
To make it back to the finals tonight, we think it's going to take a 48.8 or better. So right under 49.
E2.
So ready for the second heat. Again, 11 heats to start here at the 100. Should be done about 2:45. And then we'll be back tonight at 6:30 finals.
In lane 1, Tyler Spencer, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 2, Jake Wilson Goodwin, Portland Aquatic Club. Lane 3, Joshua Smith, Chat. Lane 4, Chase Giandonoto, Loveland Swim Club. Lane 5, Ada McDonald, Hillsborough Swim Team. Lane 6, Jackson Bullard, Loveland Swim Club. Lane 7, Jan Hassan, unattached. And in lane 8, Nathan Anderson, BYU Raiders.
So Chase Giandonoto out first in a 23.66, his first split. So he plans on going under 50 and well on his way to do so.
It'll be lane 4, Giandonoto, the 49.06.
49.06, our first competitor to go under 50 seconds. That, as we indicated, we're thinking 48.8 it may take. That may be close, but expect that it's going to take under 49 to make it back to one of the 3 final heats tonight.
So that starts there by Jean Donato.
Heat 3. Lane 1, James Richter, Fish Market. Lane 2, Elijah Whitney, BYU Rays. Lane 3, Charles Fleming, Dart Swimming. Lane 4, Cormac Exchange, Jeffco Hurricanes. Lane 5, Julian Mosley, Roadrunner Aquatics. Lane 6, Logan Brown, Fish Market. Lane 7, Brayden Fairbanks, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 8, Jackson Tour, Cass Valley Marlins.
And at the 50, it's Elijah Whitney from BYU Rays out in a 23.38.
And it's going to be lane 2, Elijah Whitney.
So a new best time for Elijah with a 48.77. That may be enough to pass through to the finals tonight. Second in the heat is Fleming with a 49.48.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Spencer Rodeo, Dart Swimming. Lane 2, Donald Burke, Online Reptiles. Lane 3, Cole Albrecht, Fish Market. Lane 4, Kyle Martini, Hillsboro. Lane 5, Jackson Trout, Jeffco Hurricanes. Lane 6, Austin Partridge, Chad. Lane 7, Kenneth Rupp, Ready to Compete. Lane 8, Tyson Farnsworth, Cass Valley Marlins.
And at the turn, it's lane 1, Spencer Merodio, out in a 23.35.
And Merodio, his best time coming in a 50.57. And Merodio off a nice turn. And this is going to be best time for him. But also got to look out in lane 7. It'll be lane 1, Merodio with a 48.77. Rupp with a 48.90.
A 48.77, identical to Elijah Whitney in the previous heat. It's going to be very close to that cut line. Could we have a swim off looming?
And then it would slim like a 45. We had that in the meet just over a month ago with the two ladies that swam, and they both just smashed their personal best.
Dropped nearly 2 seconds in a
would have put them in the A
off.
final. Remember that?
Yeah, it would have, but they only swim for the position that they tied for. But their time, had they swum it to begin with, would have put them up to the A final.
We're here for the swim off. I'm all for it.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Sebastian Corona, Park City Swimming. Lane 2, Ryan Meyer, Hillsborough. Lane 3, Dominic Cole, Blueprint Aquatics. Lane 4, Jacob Tulin, Reading Swim Team. Lane 5, Nate Anderson, DI Aquatics. Lane 6, Bryson Schmidt, Clark Swimming. Lane 7, Adam Sinclair, Swim Utah. Lane 8, Mason Traxler, South Davis Aquatics.
So this heat, all seed time is within 1/10 of a second at 50.3 something.
Right now looking at lane 4, that's Jacob Tulin. We can also look at lanes 2 and 3 just below him. And it'll be Tulin coming in at a 49.09. It might leave him on the outside for this evening. So he drops a second, however. Along with Meyer, Toth, and Schmid, all getting below 5.0. So no flyovers in prelims. Is that because we got the timeline down well enough to not worry about time?
Yeah, we didn't want the meet to run too fast. We are trying to be as COVID friendly as possible. Or is that COVID anti-friendly? We're trying to ensure that we have a flow to the meet to promote distancing.
Again, for those of you watching at home, if you're watching on a laptop and you're wondering why you can't go to full screen, just try this with me. Put your mouse over the player. It'll pull up the title. Click on that title. It'll take you into our page where you then can go to full screen. Or you can go to the High School Rewind page on YouTube.
In lane 1, Jack Bowen, Sam Vipers. Lane 2, Isaac Wells, Botac. Lane 3, Alexander Brown, Loveland. Lane 4, Khalil Nevada, Guard Swimming. Lane 5, Aaron Seymour, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Sean Honey, BYU Rays. Lane 7, Andrew Ehak, Hilltop. And in lane 8, Bryce Broadhead, Lehigh Aquatics.
So it's lane 1, Fulham from Sandpipers out in a 23.7. But coming on strong off that third turn is lane 3. That's Alexander Branham from Loveland, and it's going to be Branham with a 48.93, followed by Fulham in lane 1.
So Branham, Honey, Fulham all get below 50 seconds. And Branham will be right on the edge there.
Yes. So that 48.93 maybe not enough today.
And swimmers, just remember, as you exit toward lane 8, please have your masks on. Again, as you exit toward lane 8, please make sure you have your masks on. Thank you.
Had a swimmer get a little mixed up where he was there.
Yeah.
Heat 7. In lane 1, Dylan Covington, Boulder Swimming. Lane 2, David Bosch, Loveland. Lane 3, Skylar Kinney, unattached. Lane 4, Tyler Warner, South Davis. Lane 5, Owen Carlson, Las Vegas. Lane 7, Hubert Malone, Loveland Swim Club. And in lane 8, Daniel Thorpe, Movement Aquatics.
So,
Now, what I'm not sure of here is if it's actually Matt Johnson swimming in lane 3 or if that is Skylar Kinney.
I think it is Skylar
Yeah,
Kinney.
he was in lane 6 and they moved him to lane 3.
So it's at the 50, it was Carlson followed by Toth in lane 8. So lane 5 and lane 8. Coming here to the end, it's between 5 and 8, and it's going to be lane 8. Oh, nope, lane 5 by a tenth. So Carlson with a 48.34. That he and a 48.47 for Toth. Those 48 should, anything under a 48.5, anticipate making finals unless there's some really fast swimming going on in those last 3 heats.
So we're on to heat 8 of 11. And again, hope you're enjoying the stream on highschoolrewind.com. Again, if you want to go full screen, 2 ways to do it. Hover your mouse over the player, click on the title, it'll take you into our YouTube page, or go to YouTube and just look up High School Rewind on YouTube, go to our channel. You can do it that way as well.
Lane 1, Earl Hill, Sousa. Lane 2, Reese Winter, unattached. Lane 3, Easton Smith, Fish Market. Lane 4, Brayton Scott, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 5, Aiden Salisbury, Fish Market. Lane 6, Roy Park, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 7, Isaac Bond, BYU Rays. And in lane 8, Tanner Harmon, BYU Rays.
And first at the turn is Scott from Lehigh, lane 4.
And we are straight across the pool, though. Look at lane 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And lane 1 just about a half body length behind on this final turn.
Coming off that wall hard is lane 2, Reese Winters.
Can Reese hold
Unattached
on? Because here
Utes.
comes 4 and 5.
Reese hasn't breathed at all that last 25. Put his head down and won the heat with a 48.09. Did a no breath on the final 25, and that's what worked for him to put him in there. So Reese expected to pass on to finals.
What are you willing to sacrifice to come back this evening?
Well, we know Reese can do it. Reese is known for his distance swimming. That is his best time by a second in the 100 free. So I'm not surprised that he can do a no breath at the end of 100 free.
Heat 9.
So this is the first of our final 3 heats. So the swimmer in lane 4 is the 3rd fastest overall seed.
Whoa.
Lane 1, Richard Nielsen, Chad. Lane 2, Matt Crystal Woodbury, Hillsborough. Lane 3, Kenneth Subiatoro, Hillsborough. Lane 4, Adrian Clement, Portland Aquatic Club. Lane 5, Josh Kaplan, BYU Rays. Lane 6, Christian Johnson, unattached. Lane 7, Cameron Robinson, BYU Rays. And lane 8, Kenny Jolly, Las Vegas Swim Club.
Adrian Clement had a slow start, but still was first at the 50 with a 22.32. But kind of got left on the blocks, had a very slow start.
Max,
we'll work on that for tonight.
Right now it looks like lane 2, Max Woodbury. So lane 2, lane 4, look out for Scablin on lane 5, or Scablin. It'll be 2, 4, and 5. Woodbury with a 46.99, Clement with a 47.28, Scablin the 47.89. And Robinson also under that, in that same range there at a 47.91.
Six. Six.
Lane 1, Caleb Castro. Almond Riptides. Lane 2, Trevor Sager, BYU Rays. Lane 3, Elijah Murray, Hillsborough. Lane 4, Landry Hill, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 5, Carter Griffin, Loveland Swim Club. Lane 6, Grant Gibbs, Sousa. Lane 7, John Christ, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 8, Grant Whipple, Almond Riptides.
So it's Ruthven out in a 22.28 in lane 5. Very close with Landry Hill in lane 4. So it's Hill and Ruthven in the center of the pool. Hill with a slight lead coming into the wall. And it will be Hill in first with a 46.64, followed by Ruthven 46.97. All of this heat, 48.79 or better.
Heat 11.
So we have 17 swimmers at 48.63 or better with a heat to go.
Lane 1, Eric Chamberlain, South Davis. Lane 2, Benjamin Seeley, Hillsborough. Lane 3, Jacob Jacob Ricky, Fish Market. Lane 4, Jacob Plum, unattached. Lane 5, Cam Harney, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 6, John Gallo, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 7, Colton Agdema, Reading Swim Team. And lane 8, Jonas San Gabriel, Guard Swimming.
So in lane 4, that's Peyton Plum. Unattached Sousa, swimming for his club team, was a freshman at BYU this year. He was out first with a 22.34, a little slower than Ruthven was in the previous heat. So expect him to be in at a 46. 46.17 for Plum. .927, sixth place. This last heat a little bit slower. So it appears that both those 48.77s are just going to be in. So we should be at 48.77. It's going to be close to, and it may be that 48.79 is the last one to get in. So just under the 48.8. We'll have official results here in just a few minutes as we now get ready for the 200-yard breaststroke.
Event 4, the 200-yard breaststroke, heat 1. Lane 3, Nathan Dunn, Hilltop. Lane 4, Dallas Schubert, Sousa. Lane 5, David Ospina, Lehigh Aquatics.
Fastest time in this coming in was a 2:25.93, Dallas Schimbeck.
The first two heats here are all bonus swimmers. Ospina, David Ospina from Lehigh, out in a 107.
And there comes lane 4. Dallas Schimbeck, young man out of Sousa. Schimbeck, about a body length lead, gonna go close this out as he goes back to the last 50.
So with a 25 to go, it's Dallas Schimbeck from Southern Utah in lane 4.
Yeah, so that 16-year-old Dallas Schimbeck's best time at 2:25 can be pretty close to it as he finishes right on the 2:25. And Dutton drops 13 seconds. We got 6 heats of the 200-yard breaststroke.
Anticipate it will take under a 218, right about a 218 to make it back to finals tonight. Likely 217 low.
Heat 2. Lane 2, Reese Tran. On the riptides, lane 3, Tyler Gunn, South Davis. Lane 4, Edison Yang, Chat. Lane 5, Troy Eggers, Sousa. Lane 6, Reed Jokic, Park 6 Hootie. Lane 7, Caden Ferris, Lehigh Aquatics.
Now, if Reef's last name is actually Yoked, I will apologize, but you know, I didn't want to go meathead weightlifter and just go Yoked. If in fact it is Yoked. But no Tyler Gunn, he actually scratched. I didn't catch that, so. 8 lengths of the pool. As the sun starts peeking in. And we'll keep looking at that to make sure that that light doesn't knock it out, but
So in lane 6, Reef Yoked from Park City still remains in the lead.
is it Yoked? Mom and Dad got to be watching. Mom and Dad, hit us up. You hit me up at Dusty Lickster on Instagram or Dusty Lickster on Twitter. You let us know if it's Yoked or Yoked or if it's something different. But right now, it is a nice swim being turned here by Reef. His best time coming in at 2:23.14. And he can hold this. He might be able to certainly improve on that time. And it is Yoked coming in at 2:19.18. That's a 4-second drop for Reef. As we'll now head to the 3rd heat.
Okay.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Ethan Scherr, Woodford. Lane 2, Jackson DeVos, Cass Valley Marlins. Lane 3, Spencer Bernhardt, Cass Valley Marlins. Lane 4, Jack Fulham, Sandpiper. Lane 5, Marcus Graham, Hilltop. Lane 6, Chase Thompson, Swim Utah. Lane 7, Nathan Boyer, Hilltop. Lane 8, James Appleton, Jeffco Hurricanes. The official times for the 100-yard freestyle are alternate. Grant Lindholm, and we've got a swim-off between Spencer Merodio and Elijah Whitney. The fastest time will move into the C final, and the other will go to be our first alternate. In the C final, Jacob Tulin, Elijah Curry, Aiden Salisbury, Braden Scott, Daniel Toth, Kenneth Sugan Toro, Caleb Nashner. In the B final, Owen Carlson, Christian Johnson, Colton Adgebba, Reese Winter, Grant Gibbs, Cameron Robinson, Joshua Scavlin, and John Christ. In the A final, John Gallup, Trevin Staker, Jacob Rickey, Adrian Clement, Maxwell Woodbury, Carter Ruthven, Landry Hill, and the fastest qualifying time, Peyton Plum. Gentlemen, it is 1:06. It is 1:06. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
As we turn for the final 50. We're looking lane 1. Ethan Scherr, it is 2:39, his best time. That's a long course time. And now looking lane 4, coming on the close, Jack Fulham out of Sandpipers. As Fulham glides in with a 2:13.05. Has a 4-second drop for Jack.
So we had a number of times under. We had 5 under 217 in that heat. So that's going to put pressure on 217 being right at the line.
In lane 1, Nicholas Anderson, Hilltop. Lane 2, Cooper Malone, Loveland Swim Club. Lane 3, Andrew Reagan, Jeffco Hurricanes. Lane 4, Jacob Eccleston, Loveland. Lane 5, Martin Johnson, Loveland. Lane 6, Talon Coombs, Utah Valley, BYU Raiders. Lane 6, Talon. Lane 7, Lucas Gill, Fish Market. Edmund Lane 8, Austin Lynn, Jeffco Hurricanes.
We apologize for dropping the feed here just for a second on our video. There we go. Coming back. Well, technical difficulties quickly averted.
So Eccleston, who had a great time trial in the 200-meter breast last night, has the third fastest seat time at a 2:01. He would be part of that virtual 18 and under championship going on with USA Swimming for the month of March.
And again, we drop that just for a second. We'll be right back. Eccleston is still in the lead in lane 4. Behind him in lane 5 is Martin Johnson, also out of Loveland. These two swim together. Here comes Eccleston. As he'll have 50 to go.
So Eccleston at a 129, a 30 split of a 31.25 on that. If he can split another 31, he'll be at 2:01 or better.
So Eccleston.
So here comes Eccleston to the wall, and he's in at a 2:01.31.
So right on his best time there. Drops time by 0.03 of a second.
So the whole field at 2:14 or better there. So
again, had a little blip there with having to fix some connections. And then we're also working on getting the shades drawn. As the sun had been behind the clouds all day today. And then all of a sudden it came out to say hello just for a moment. And we're working to get the shades drawn, and we'll get that top lane. Will be more visible.
So that whole heat under 2:15.
Now, what do you expect the cut line to be?
Well, we were thinking it was going to be around a 2:17, but it may be a little quicker than that if these other two heats continue to swim fast.
And we're really letting the swimmers get their breaths after they're done.
Yeah, we're not in a rush. That 2:01.31 is in the top 60 times. That would put Jacob Eccleston set about the 56th time in the country right now in the 200-yard breaststroke for 18 and unders. He's just a 15-year-old, but with an opportunity to improve on that tonight.
In lane 1, Jake Meyer, Hillsborough. Lane 2, Nate Bjornstad, unattached. Lane 3, Charlie Simmons, Fishmarket. Lane 4, Carter Cliff, unattached. Lane 5, David Lewis, Loveland. Lane 6, Nicholas Keller, South Davis. Lane 7, Russell Raymond Delvino, Bluefin. And in lane 8, Mason Leach, Hillsborough.
So Baylor Lewis out quick from Loveland in a 27.97. We know Baylor had some great swims here in December in the Red Rock Invitational.
Well, now I should be able to see a little easier. Apologize to all the looky-loos out there that are wanting to watch from outside the windows. The only way to make the stream visible is to have the sun out of here. Is again, strong swim here in lane 5 with Baylor Lewis. 18-year-old out of Loveland, best time a 2:02. And he's really working to try to get to that A final, isn't he?
Yes, and he is also eligible for the 18 and under championship. And so 129.71, 31.7. So he's on track also for a 201, like his teammate Jacob Eccleston. So Baylor, son of Coach Lewis for Loveland, commit to University of Utah, so he'll be going to Utah next year. But coming in at a 201.66, so just behind his teammate from the previous heat.
And he drops a second as well.
So we are set for an exciting final. And oh, by the way, we have someone who likes to race coming up in the next heat by the name of Tanner Nelson.
Yeah, we can have some fun here in just a couple of minutes.
So
There'll be a phone between Tanner Nelson and Brad Prolo.
Brad Prolo, who swims for BYU, where Tanner will be. So Baylor Lewis and Tanner Nelson, a budding rivalry coming, with Lewis going to Utah next year and Tanner Nelson going to BYU.
They will get to swim against each other a couple times.
That heat wasn't quite as fast, in as much as we only had the top 6 that were under.
Heat 6. Lane 1, Nathan Salisbury, Fishmark, Lane 2, Jordan Evans, Las Vegas Swim Club, Lane 3, Cameron Clark, Almond and Riptide, Lane 4, Brad Prolo, unattached, Lane 5, Tanner Nelson, BYU Rays, Lane 6, Zachary Fry, Hillsborough, Lane 7, Alex Medley, Fishmark, and Lane 8, Carter Long, Hilltop.
So it's Prolo in 4 and Nelson in 5. Prolo, a very versatile swimmer, swam the 200-meter butterfly last night, was within a second of the Olympic trial cut. Known for his butterfly prowess, but wanting to show off his breaststroke skills here today.
We had a 4-second time on Tanner coming into this heat. So Tanner's going to race it to try to chase that down.
Prolo has been sub 2 minutes, his best time being a 158.19. Tanner's only been a 202.
And neither of them really needs to go best times to get to tonight.
So coming to the 150, it's still Prolo by a body length lead. So Prolo is going to be under 2 minutes. We'll see where Nelson comes in.
Can I leave? And now that 30 minutes officially starts.
And so Prolo comes in at a 158. Tanner comes in at a 202. Hey, just the way we started.
But tonight's a whole different ball game, so to speak. And we'll see. This heat also quick with all competitors under 216. So it looks like that we're going to be at about a 216 for to make it back to finals.
So now we'll move on to event 6, the 200-yard butterfly.
Event 6, the 200-yard butterfly, heat 1. In lane 3, Vincent Garitano, Bluefin. Lane 4, Ogden Bradley, BYU Braves. Lane 5, Max Morley, Sousa. We also need to reread the official times for the 100-yard freestyle finals, as we did receive a scratch. So our alternates, Roy Park and Grant Limbaugh. In the C final, Spencer Merodio, Elijah Whitney, Jacob Doolin, Elijah Curry, Aiden Salzberg, Braden Scott, Daniel Toad, Kenneth Subin Toro. In the D final, Caleb Nashner, Owen Carlson, Christian Johnson, Colton Adepa, Reese Winter, Grant Gibbs, Cameron Robinson, Josh Kaplan. And in the A final, John Christ, John Gallo, Trevin Staker, Jacob Rickey, Adrian Clement, Max Whitbury, Carter Ruthven, and Landry Hill. Gentlemen, the 30 minutes has restarted. It's 1:22. We have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. It's 1:22. We have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
So in this first of 5 heats of the 200 butterfly, it's Maxwell Morley in lane 5 with a slight lead over Vincent Garitano in 3.
So it's Morley coming in with a 2:03.84. That's a 9-second drop there for Morley.
Anticipate that it's going to take a 2:03.5 or better, so he may be, depending on how people swim, that may be enough to get through to finals. We have 5 heats here in prelims with 3 heats in finals tonight.
Lane 1, Jacob Black, Castile Marlins. Lane 2, Ethan Bangerter, Chat. Lane 3, James Crawford, Portland Aquatic Club. Lane 4, Bryce Broadhead, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 5, Kate Becker, Sousa. Lane 6, Bryce Land, Sandpipers. Lane 7, Valentino Montegrande, Bluefin. And in lane 8, Max Peterson, Hilltop.
So at the 100, it's lane 5, Bethers from Sousa.
So the final 50, we were sitting lane 5, Kate Bethers out of Sousa, the 16-year-old. And also looking at lane 2, Ethan Bangerter. They had a chat.
Bethers seed time at 2:03.79, as we said. Expecting it to be about it.
Also lane 7, Valentino Montegrande, the 14-year-old with Bluefin. He's making a race of it.
So
Here he
lane 7
comes.
coming on hard. I think it's going to be lane 7.
How about Montegrande? That's a charge in the final 50 to come in at a 2:02.21. Ahead of Bangerter with a 2:02.99, and then Bethers with a 2:03.51.
What a finish for Montegrande, a grand one to say the least. Comes back in a 31, a full second or more ahead of all of the other competitors in that heat. So, what a great finish. And that 2:02, it appears quite certain that'll push him through to finals tonight. The 2:02.99 from Ethan Bangerter in lane 2 should be enough to make finals also.
Heat 3. In lane 1, Kyle Dalwanian, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 2, Colton Agdepa, Reading Swim Team. Lane 3, Roy Park, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 4, Hayden Gufrin, Dart Swimming. Lane 5, Reese Winter, unattached. Lane 6, Andrew Lemon, BYUB Rays. Lane 7, Joshua Day, Hilltop. And in lane 8, Evan Baker, Numa. Our official times for the 200-yard breaststroke. Alternates, Nathan Moyer and Carter Long. In the C final, Lucas Keel, Austin Lynn, Russell Raymond Gavino, Ethan Sherwood, Marcus Graham, Mason Deach, Zachary Craig, and Jack Fulham. In the B final, Nick Anderson, Alex Janelli, Aiden Salisbury, Callum Coombs, Jordan Evans, Charlie Simmons, Hubert Malone, and Martin Johnson. In the 8th final, Andrew Raycomb, Carter Quince, Nick Keller, Connor Orr, Tanner Nelson, Taylor Lewis, Jacob Eccleston, and the fastest qualified time, Brad Prolo. Gentlemen, It is 1:29. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. Again, it is 1:29. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
That's a 1:48.86. What a time for Hayden Griffin, the 17-year-old. That puts him on the board. That time is top 50 in the U.S. So the first of our 3 pyramid-style seatings.
Heat 4. In lane 1, Adrian Clement, Portland Aquatic Club. Lane 2, Skylar Kinney, unattached. Lane 3, Alexander Branham, Loveland. Lane 4, Carter Ruckman, Loveland. Lane 5, Kenneth Suyan Toro, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Christian Johnson, unattached. Lane 7, Lucas Keel, Fish Market. Lane 8, Chandler Meyer, Hilltop.
Carter Ruthven out to an early lead with some great underwaters. The 16-year-old. Watch him come off the wall. Solid kicks. Nice breakout. So Ruthven, his seat time is under 150. It's at 1:49.48. A little long on that turn, but still out in a 51. We'll see if he can hold it. Had a 27 split for his second 50. See if he can keep it under 28 for the third 50. Still got his underwater kicks going there on that 5th turn. So Ruthven way out in front and did split a 28.85. So if he's a 28.9 or better, he'll be under 149. So we expect that he'll be very close to a 149. Not quite as hard off that 7th turn, showing a little fatigue, but coming hard to the wall and in at a 150 flat.
It's a 2-second drop, or pardon me, a 1-second add, but 150.00. As we'll head to the final heat of the 200-yard butterfly.
So we've had 18 swimmers under 205.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Michael Spicer, Portland Aquatic Club. Lane 2, Oscar Corrales, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 3, Keanu Lee, Bluefin. Lane 4, Anthony Puertas, unattached. Lane 5, Daniel Detchen, Chap. Lane 6, Elijah Whitney, BYU Rays. Lane 7, Kieran Leatherwood, Hillsboro. And Lane 8, Sebastian Verona, Park City Swimming.
So Puertas has a seed time 5 seconds or more ahead of the rest of the field. His best time is a 1:47 ahead of Detchen's 1:52.
And Detchen just right on his heels. Of course, Danny's father, Jim, is getting ready to go to the Geico National Basketball Tournament. He's the head of marketing, SID at Wasatch Academy, one of the top basketball programs in the country. And Danny's got next level, not even aspirations, but opportunities that are coming his way. But Anthony Puertas right now, again, his fastest qualifying time, a 1:47.22. But Detchen right there on his heels. Came in about a 5-second difference into this heat.
A nice swim for Detchen. Detchen actually had a little quicker split on that third 50 than Puertas. Puertas trying to turn it on here in the last 50. So Tony is going to be in with a 1:48.68, but Detchen with a 1:50.89, more than close to a 2-second drop for Detchen. So a great time there.
Nice turn for Danny.
So
a nice time in for Puertas. 1:48 be the fastest qualifying time right now. And for all these swimmers, I didn't see any hands come up, so we shouldn't have any surprises.
yes, so it appears that it was a 2:04.22-ish to make it into the return tonight.
Well, 2 events left here in the men's session. We have 8 heats of the 200 IM and then to the 200 IM relay.
200 medley relay will be a fun way to end this session.
Event 8, the 200-yard individual medley, Heat 1. In lane 3, Nate Anderson, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 4, Cody Jacobson, Lehigh Aquatics. And lane 5, Keenan D'Souza Chen, Boulder Swimming.
And out to a good start is D'Souza Chen. Best time coming in at 2:11.33 as he goes to the backstroke. And of course, we'll talk about it quite a bit. And in the IM, it's all about the breaststrokes where you get separated. Is a strong first 25 in this backstroke for Cody Jacobson. All I got in my head here on that backstroke is Rowdy Gaines saying you want to hug that line. Get that draft to the guy next to you there in the backstroke. As we go to the breaststroke, and we got a good one between, as far as racing goes, between Cody Jacobson and D'Souza Chen. And they're even at the wall. And D'Souza Chen opening up about a half body length here. We're going to take the turn and go to the freestyle. But also coming on here in this last 25 in lane 3 is Nate Anderson. As right now it is Keenan D'Souza Chen. Mentioned his best time at 2:11:33. And a strong finish up in lane 3 by Nate Anderson. His best time at 2:22. He's going to drop some time there as Chen comes into 2:08.97, dropping 3 seconds. Anderson drops 12 seconds. So the end of the first
8 heats in the 200 IM. Anticipate it's going to take a 2:00. So, and heat 5 has all 2:00 swimmers, so it's reasonable to expect that you're going to have to go under 2 minutes to make it back to even the C final. We'll see how much faster than that.
In lane 2, Edison Yang. Chap. Lane 3, Julian Champlin, Boulder Swimming. Lane 4, James Richter, Fish Market. Lane 5, Gavin Lehman. Chap. Lane 6, Aiden Winter, Swim Utah. And in lane 8, Ashton France, Senior Swim Club.
So that's Gavin Aina in first after the butterfly, out in a 25.54.
I apologize if I got the last name wrong there.
I'm not
okay.
100%
I thought you
certain.
had it. So
I'm not certain.
In the pronunciation guide from years of covering guys in that area in high school sports, it's been Aina.
Aina.
But I could be totally
Aina.
off.
We'll go with Aina. Nonetheless, Gavin is ahead.
We'll just
So
stick with
out in
Gavin. We know that's right.
Gavin out in a 54, so if he can hold on with his breaststroke, has the ability to go close to a 2:00.
Is Aina or Gavin going to make that turn?
So 133 going into the
So Gavin will come off the turn for his final 25. His best time a 2:04.64. He'll come in at a 2:02. So a 2-second drop there for Gavin.
Heat 3. In lane 1, Andrew Jokinen, Hillsborough. Lane 2, Luke Garstein, Miss Aquatics. Lane 3, Mason Leach, Hillsborough. Lane 4, Marcus Graham, Hilltop. Lane 5, Peter Escolo, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Cody Chappie, Farm City Swimming. Lane 7, Austin Metzler, Jeffco Hurricanes. And in lane 8, James Crawford, Portland Aquatic Club.
So after the butterfly, it's Chaffee from Park City in the lead.
And our official times for the 200 butterfly. Our alternates, Sebastian Rona and Kyle A. Delanian. In the C final, Chandler Iyer, Max Morley, Kate Feathers, Ethan Baker, Colton Adkepa, Valentino Montegrande, Adrian Clement, and Austin Perales. In the B final, Evan Baker, Jeshua Day, Michael Spicer, Lucas Keel, Alexander Bramman, Christian Johnson, Kieran Leatherwood, and Kenneth Suliantoro. In the A final, Keanu Hill, Andrew Lemon, Roy Park, Elijah Whitney, Daniel Detchen, Carter Ruffin, Hayden Gufrin, and our fastest qualifying time, Anthony Huertas. Gentlemen, it is 1:48. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. If it's 1:48, you have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
As it's Metzler coming in at 200. And from your line, that's going to put him right on the line to getting in.
Followed by Escola with a 203.
Again, we're excited to be bringing you the 2021 Swimvitational of the Universe, brought to you by Utah Swimming. We know we have a lot of parents and friends and others. Hopefully, part of why we enjoy doing this stream, at least for me, is I'm a recruiting guy. So if we got some coaches out there watching, by all means, glad to be able to provide the stream for you. But it's been a good week, well, good first day. We had this time trials last night. As you mentioned earlier, Tanner Nelson has the fastest time in the country in the mile. Should hold up at a 16:00. Swimming that at altitude, no less. But we've had some outstanding swims here today. And we'll have finals tonight that you can watch right here on highschoolrewind.com.
Heat 4.
Double duty doesn't sound hard until you're actually doing double duty. I don't know how wives do it.
In lane 1, John Chris, Las Vegas Oompa. Lane 2, Wade Ogden, Hilltop. Lane 3, Alex Yanelli, Fish Market. Lane 4, Julian Mosley, Roadrunner. Lane 5, Zachary Frey, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Alan Coons, BYU Rays. Lane 7, Houston Smith, Fish Market. Lane 8, Bryce Lamb, Sandpipers.
Fastest time here, 00 with Julian Mosley. In lane 4 out of Roadrunners.
But our leader was lane 1. And Easton Smith in lane 7. Coming after the backstroke, it's Smith in 7.
Mosley turned it on there in that last 25. And now he's going to separate himself through the back or breaststroke. But how about lane 7? As you mentioned, Paul. Easton Smith. He had a good day yesterday in the time trials.
He did.
Young man out of Chat, swims at Corner Canyon for the high school.
He's swimming for Fish Market, his club team.
Oh, I said Chat, it's Fish Market. My apologies.
So Mosley out in a 1:30. If he can bring it back under 30, has a chance to go under 2 minutes for the first time. His seed time is a 2:00.
Mosley on that turn coming back. Will be very close to that 0:00. He will come in at the 1:59, so just about a full second drop. Chris comes in at 2:01, Frey at a 2:01, and Coons at a 2:02, along with Smith at 2:02. It's a fast heat. But it's Mosley breaking 0:00.
So for the first time, under 2 minutes by Julian Mosley. And now we're still have one more heat of all 2:00 seed times before we get to our final 3 heats that are pyramid seeded.
Heat 5. In lane 1, Bridger Smith, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 2, Tanner Beck, Sandfighters. Lane 3, Nathan Bjornston. Unattached, lane 4, Trevin Staker, BYU Rays. Lane 5, Aiden Salisbury, Fish Market. Lane 6, Connor Orr, Almaden Riptides. Lane 7, Daniel Toth, Bluefin. Lane 8, Kenyon Jolly, Las Vegas Swim Club.
So it's Jolly in lane 8 out quickest on the butterfly.
And right now we're lane 7. Lane 7 to lane 2. Daniel Toth coming out of Bluefin. Lane 2 is Tanner Beck from Sandpipers. As we go to the breaststroke, and coming on strong is lane 5. And that is Aiden Salisbury at a Fish Market. And that first 25 still in the lead with lane 7. Now a strong wall there for Salisbury. And we'll take the final 50 here to the freestyle.
So Toth and Salisbury under 1:30. So they're on track to break 2:00. Again, 5, 6, and 7 have a chance to be under 2:00 for the first time.
Well, you think because all 3 of them are going to push each other, wanting to take this heat.
So lane 7's got it for sure.
And it's going to be Toth in at a 157, Orth at a 158, Salisbury to 159. Congratulations, breaking 0:00.
And if you're going to break it, go big.
Right.
Like Daniel Toth with a more than 3-second drop.
We now head to the 6th heat. Now we're into the circle seated heats.
So
and again, if you're watching, you're just joining us, if you can't go to full screen on your laptop, 2 options. One, just hover your mouse over the player, click on the title. That'll take you to the YouTube page where you can go full screen, or you can go straight to go to YouTube and just go to our page, High School Rewind, and you'll be able to watch it on full screen there as well. So hope all the friends and family have been able to enjoy this one. We know there's some college coaches watching as well. Hope you're able to enjoy the coverage.
Heat 6.
So Peyton Plum, the 3rd fastest seed time in lane 4 for this heat.
Lane 1, Sean Honey, BYUB Rays. Lane 2, Kate Larson, BYUB Rays. Lane 3, Caleb Wynn, Hilltop. Lane 4, Peyton Plum unattached. Lane 5, Charlie Simmons, Fish Market. Lane 6, Lucas Keel, Fish Market. Lane 7, Spencer Marumio, Clark Swimming. And in lane 8, Keanu Liu, Bluefin.
So they're all bunched up. It was Lee with the quickest split, but 6 out of 8 swimmers all went 25 on the butterfly.
Well, how about this? We are lanes 1 through 8.
This is a very close heat.
Everybody seated, 00 or better.
Not sure what happened at the start. There was a quick start. So it's Honey that takes the lead, followed by Larson. Larson out in a 55. The question is what they can do on the breaststroke.
So to the
Larson
breaststroke.
would like to see a fast breaststroke. It's Honey in 1, Larson in 2.
Got to look out in lane 5. In lane
Caleb
5.
Wynn, who swam next to Larson in the 4 meet, but coming out of lane 5, it's turning it on, is
Charlie Simmons.
Charlie Simmons from Fish Market. He's having a great breaststroke lead,
But again,
followed by Larson.
so now to the turn to the freestyle, 50 to go. And Paul mentioned going to have to be 00 or better to come back this
00
evening.
or better to make it back.
Everyone but one swimmer at 00 coming into seat times, but it is Simmons who has turned it on in that last 25 of the breaststroke. And it's a battle for second because people are gaining in this freestyle on the way back. And it's going to be Simmons taking the heat at a 1:57.10, Plum at a 1:57, Wynn at a 1:58, Honey at a 1:59, Larson at a 1:59.
So Larson gets in with a 1:59.86, just under what our expected cut is. We'll
Simmons.
see where we end up, but very close. 6th in the heat was the 2:00.41. With 2 heats to go, we have 8 swimmers already. Make that 9 swimmers already under 2 minutes.
Heat 7. Lane 1, Tanner Harmon, BYU Rays. Lane 2, Martin Johnson, Loveland. Lane 3, Carter Flint, unattached. Lane 4, Baylor Lewis, Loveland. Lane 5, John Gallagher, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 6, Ethan Brown, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 7, Nicholas Anderson, Hilltop. And in lane 8, Jordan Evans, Las Vegas Swim Club.
So in 5, that's John Gallup, but it's Baylor Lewis with the 25.07. Harmon in 1 with the 25.14. So 4, 5, and 1 out fastest in the butterfly. Baylor Lewis, we know he's got a great breaststroke from his 200 breast. So a solid breaststroke, backstroke here, but we expect Lewis to take over in the breaststroke. So 4 of the swimmers are, the first 4 are on pace to clearly be under 200. Without some outstanding breaststroke, the others are going to have a hard time catching back to that pace. Lewis out at 124. His seed time is a 151. He won't be quite there, but he'll be 155 or better. Significantly under 155 as we think about it. Expecting him to come back should give him a 151. A 151 flat. So a best time for Baylor Lewis. And so Nick Anderson with a 159.87, 1/100th slower than Larson in the previous heat.
We hit our final heat, and then we'll have a 15-minute break before we go to the medley relay. They're in the boys session here at the 2021 Swimvitational.
A heat to go. We've had 14 swimmers go under 2 minutes, so we know that the 159s will all make finals. Our fastest time thus far by Baylor Lewis with a 151 flat. Tanner Nelson's seed time is a 149 flat.
Heat 8.
So Tanner out in a 23.75. That's our fastest butterfly thus far. Remember, this is the first meet that Tanner's been shaved for this year. So he shaved for the 1500 last night. And so we expect he could have some best times. So out in a 51.1. So to have he needs a 31. He'd like to go close to a 30.
Is Nelson pouring it on here. His best time a 1:49.00.
Yeah. So that split a 32:39, not a 31 or a 30. So with that, he'll come back in a 27. He'll be right about a 150.
53.
If he goes under 27, he can be under.
They're leaving some in the tank for tonight.
Well, Tanner swims better at night. We know that, but he's in at a 150.37 as expected. Eccleston with a 153.94. It's actually a best time for Jacob Eccleston.
And Eccleston continues to have an outstanding first 2 days of this meet. Well, I guess time trials, first day of the meet.
So 5 more.
So now we'll have a 15-minute break.
Gentlemen, we'll have a 15-minute break as we prepare for the individual medley relays. In lane 1, Las Vegas Swim Club. Owen Carlson, Ken Jolly, Austin Morales, and Kyle Dillon. In lane 3, Las Vegas Swim Club, 8 relay, John Gallo, Jordan Evans, Roy Park, and John Christ. In lane 5, Portland Aquatic Club, Jake Wilson Goodwin, James Crawford, Michael Spicer, and Adrian Clement.
So out in the lead is Las Vegas Swim Club. A nice split by the breaststroker. That's Jordan Evans with a 26.79.
Well, Vegas comes in with a seat time of 1:47. And now in the pool,
they will be well ahead
Christ.
of that. Well, maybe not. Depending on their final split, they're at a 114, so expect a 23 or 22, so they could be a 146.
Chris comes back
136.
strong, the 136. That's a 21-second split there by John Christ.
21.88, so a nice finish. Sub 22 for their freestyler. A 20.98 for Adrian Clement from Portland Aquatic Club. So a nice split there. This is a time final event. That 136.13 would have seeded them 7th.
So they head to heat 2. Again, only running 3 lanes here in the medley relays.
Spread out a little bit more with the lane in between the swimmers.
Heat 2. In lane 1, Cash Valley Marlins, Jackson Tulu, Spencer Bernhardt, Talon Devon, and Tyson Farnborough. In lane 3, Loveland Swim Club, Jackson Boulder, Ruben Malone, Alexander Brandon, Jason John Dinoto. In lane 5, Hillsborough Swim Team, Peter Escola, Zach Frey, Kieran Leatherwood, and Kyle Martini. Lane 7, Boulder Swimming, Jeremy Hansen, Keenan, Susan Chen, Julian Champlin, and Dylan Covington.
So our fastest split is Cache Valley Marlins, 25.46. That's Jackson Tuller on the backstroke. Breaststrokers now in the water. Cache Valley appears to be extending their lead. Their breaststroker Spencer Barnhart. Hillsborough Aquatic Team, they had the fastest split of a 27.88 on the breaststroke. With the butterflies in the water, here comes lane 5 from Hillsborough. That's Kieran Leatherwood.
How about the underwaters and that from Alex Branham?
Yeah. So the Loveland swimmer with some great underwaters goes at 23.70 on the butterfly.
And it's Loveland and Cache
And
Valley.
here,
But here comes lane 7 as well. How about
it's
the
going to be
close?
close.
Dylan Covington could not quite get there. Cache Valley with a 141.58.
141.58. And in Boulder with a 141.59, 1/100th. So when we said it was going to be close, we meant it.
Almost chased him down, did Covington. But Las Vegas 8th relay, currently with the fastest time, but see how long that holds.
So Las Vegas A, still the time to beat of a 136.13.
E3. In lane 1, Almond Riptides, Grant Lidwell, Reese Strand, Caleb Naster, and Donovan Burke. In lane 3, Darn Swimming, Charles Fleming, Spencer Barovio, Aiden Gufrin, and Khalil Nevada. In lane 5, Lehigh Aquatics, Bridger Smith, Diego Spina, Creighton Fairbanks, and Bryce Broadhead. In lane 7, OTEC, Luke Johnson, Zach Wells, Jackson Greenwood, and Isaac Wells.
So the fastest time on the backstroke was Charles Fleming from Dar with a 25.14. In lane 3. Now Spencer Merodio in for Dar, trying to keep the lead on the breaststroke. And Merodio splits a 27.71, which is the fastest breaststroke split for this heat. .26.79 is the fastest breaststroke split we've seen thus far. Hayden Gruffin with an impressive 22.49. So sub 22.5 on the butterfly for Gruffin. It's going to help Dart to have a time ahead of their seed time. Kalo Nabeta brings it back in a 22.14 to give a 137.48, the second fastest time thus far for the Davis Aquatic team. So the 136.13 from Las Vegas Swim Club in Heat 1 still stands.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Sousa, Max Morley, Cal Schubert, Grant Gibbs, and Earl Hill. In Lane 3, Jeffco Hurricanes, Austin Metzler, James Appleton, Andrew Raygun, and Jackson Trout. In Lane 5, Hillsborough swim team, the Max Woodward, Jake Meyer, Ryan Meyer, and Kenneth Sugiyotoro. In Lane 7, South Davis, with Nick Keller, Mason Draxler, Tyler Moore, and Eric Chamberlain.
So the Hillsborough team in lane 5 is out with the early lead. Maxwell Woodbury leads off with a 23.12, our fastest backstroke split thus far. Following up with Jake Marr with a 26.45. We have another Marr in the pool now doing butterfly, Ryan, for Hillsborough. .23.51 split there.
Yeah, that brings in Kenneth Sugiyotoro.
South Davis's Tyler Orm split at 23.29 to lead the Butterflyers for this. But bringing it home is Kenneth Sugiyotoro. We'll see if he can, and they will take the lead with a 134.64 with Kenneth's 21.56 freestyle leg, so 21.56. Adrian Clement from Portland Aquatic back in Heat 1 is the fastest freestyle split we've seen with a sub 21 at 20.98. 2 heats remaining, 8 teams to go.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Ludlam Swim Club. Jacob Eccleston, Martin Johnson, Carter Ruthman, and David Bosch. In lane 3, Hilltop Aquatic Swim Team. Joshua Day, Marcus Graham, Wade Ogden, and Andrew Eham. In lane 5, Wasatch Front Fish Market. Easton Smith, Alex Yanelli, Cole Aldrich, and James Richter. In lane 7, Utah for BYU Rays, David Field, and Kate Larson, Tanner Harmon, and Isaac Vaughn.
So Caleb Fiedlin out for the BYUV Rays in a 25.24 leads the backstroke. Now Larson in on the breaststroke leg. For in lane 1, that's Martin Johnson. But Larson out splitting with a 26.66. Great split for McKay. We'll take that one.
And we're still lane 1, lane 7 is
so on the butterfly, it's Tanner Harmon.
And Carter Ruthven.
Carter Ruthven. He's gained a little bit of a lead there for Loveland in lane 1. But at 23.06, but at 22.09 for Ruthven. That's our fastest butterfly so far.
So it's the 15-year-old David Bosch up against the 17-year-old Isaac Vaughn. Lane 1, lane 7. And Bosch got about a body length lead here on Vaughn.
Ruthven. It's going to be close.
And just in time,
gets it.
David Bosch.
But a great split for Isaac Vaughn. His first sub 22 splits at 21. So a great split for Vaughn. Vaughn in his final meet, having a great swim. So bringing it for the relay. But that's a 136.88 and a 136.81. So with 4 relays to go, that puts the Las Vegas Swim Club still in the lead with a 136. Well, correction, the Hillsboro had the 134. Yep. So it puts Loveland in 4th, Loveland in 7th, and BYUV Ray's B team in 8th, assuming these last heat all go faster than that. So unofficially, they could do no worse than 8th. So nice swims for Loveland and BYUV Rays. The BYUV Rays A team coming up in lane 7 in this final heat.
Heat 6.
This final heat all have seed times faster than the 134.64 posted by Hillsboro from heat 4. So if they meet their seed time or exceed it, they'll be the top 4 finishers.
In lane 1, Lehigh Aquatics, Ethan Brown, Michael King, Cam Barney, and Landry Hill. Lane 3, Hilltop Aquatics, Davis Miller, Nick Anderson, Caleb Wynn, and Chandler Meyer. In lane 5, Wasatch Front Fish Market, Jacob Rickey, Charlie Simmons, Lucas Keel, and Aiden Salisbury. In lane 7, BYU Rays, Devin Staker, Tanner Nelson, Joshua Scavlin, and Cam Robinson.
So a 24.17 for Brown in lane 1. Fish Markets. Jacob Reese won at 24.33. But in the water now is in lane 1, Michael King, the coach for Lehigh, and Tanner Nelson coming on for BYUV Rays.
Nice close by Tanner.
Tanner splitting a 25.8, our fastest split of the day in the breaststroke, so sub 26. Now Josh Scavlin, can he catch Cam Barney in lane 1? It's going to come down to the freestyle.
And be just a slight lead in lane 1 with Lehigh.
It's Lehigh's Landry Hill in 1. And Cameron Robinson from BYUV Rays in 7. Lehigh's got the lead. They'll win it. The question is, what are these times going to be?
So Lehigh in at a 134, and that gives them the top time, 134.04.
136.19. So that 134 means that unofficially it's Lehigh with the top time, followed by Hillsboro in 2nd place. Then it goes to 3rd place Las Vegas Swim Club from Heat 1, and 4th would be the BYUV Rays team. Yeah, BYUV Rays A team.
Open yet. Hang in there for a minute.
With Loveland in 5th and BYUV Rays B team in 6th. So what an exciting finish to our prelim session, and it will be an exciting finals tonight.
Yeah, we have finals coming up tonight, men's and women's mixed finals. Well, not mixed, sorry, joint finals. As well, both of them going. You'll have it right here on highschoolrewind.com. We'll be back. Warm-up starts at 5:30. Stream will start probably around 6:15 as we're a 6:30 start tonight for our finals. But for Vince Francis, Paul Larson, Shelly Larson, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching the 2021 Swimvitational of the Universe, brought to you by Utah Swimming.